Pile number 1, you have chosen loneliness. Yes, you have chosen loneliness. That is number 9. And by the way, this is from the deck Bratelage. I'll just show you this. Okay. If that's something you want to know. So pile number 1, it's about being lonely within this journey, within what you are facing and what you are doing within your spiritual journey or within the journey that you are on. I'm hearing faucets too. Perhaps you're doing plumbing. Okay, this might be confirmation for somebody, but then if there is something that is going on with your plumbing, or you need to fix your faucets or something like that, this is your confirmation. This is your pile. Another thing that's coming up is turning on the faucets and, running the water. So I almost feel like with running the water, it's running your emotions and letting it go. It almost feels like with this loneliness or the feeling of loneliness, there may be like an instability of emotions, that just feeling drained, just feeling stuck, or just letting the emotions flow. It could be that you're crying too. So we have pure intentions. I also realize that you can actually see this is not backwards. Pure intentions. And then we also have fast. I feel that there may be that's interesting. So you see that there's like a lot of like hands. So this kind of reminds me of like collaborations. And since this also has to do with abundance, stability, money, perhaps. And then we also have the cup too. And the cups in tarot reminds me of emotions, right? It talks about feelings. We have the number 17 here. Yep, 17, which is number 8. That has to do with abundance as well. It's a really good indication of abundance. So we see collaboration over here. We see pure intentions. And we also have, it reminds me of like wisdom. We have the unicorn here, which makes me think about, believing in the unknown, believing in the spirituality, or believing in oneself, because it's not like we see unicorns all the time. It's about believing in that, or believing in the mysteries of, hey, you can create this abundance, you can collaborate with people. I also see that in this hand there is a sigil. So someone might be also dabbling into like witchcraft or Wiccan or sigils. They might be familiar with that, and they do some magic work as far as creating abundance that way. And we also get the card fast. So this might be coming in fast for you. So although there is some hiccups, like for instance, the faucets, or, obstacles in that sense, that you have to go ahead and stop what you're doing. You have to fix what you need to fix. Maybe because water continues to run or it's dripping, and you want to, stop that so that you can continue moving on. You're not wasting water. You're not wasting, money on dripping faucets. Wasting resources, that's another thing too in regards to abundance. You need to stop, take a breath, You need to fix the things that needs to be fixed. And once you do that, you know, the abundance that you're waiting for will come in pretty quick. I do want to go back into pure intentions, because with the pure intentions card, someone needs to hear that, yes, you have pure intentions. It's not like you're trying to manipulate your way into creating the abundance that you want to. You want to, I'm hearing like take that vacation. You want to take that vacation. You want to be able to, I'm also hearing make a name for yourself, right? And you definitely have pure intentions in this. Also, I'm getting from this card that, especially with the sigils, that doing some candle work, or doing a little bit of magic to kind of help you along that way, it's not manipulation. It's, I want to just say that it's the intention that comes with it, right? So you might feel like I'm just manipulating the situation, or I'm manipulating, with the universe or anything like that, trying to bring in the abundance that you want to bring in. But I want to tell you that that's not true. That you can call in for help. You can use candles. You can do sigils. You can do the magic work. It's just the intention that comes with it, right? Just like how you speak and you talk, it's the intentions that come with it, and and how you do that as well, and how you come across, basically. So that's that. I do want to pull an angel card here to see what guidance. Oh, that is a lot. I'm just gonna, that's too much cards. Maybe one or two. Spiritual team for the highest good, please. What guidance do we have in regards to career abundance and success for pile number 1? What guidance do you have, angels? Okay, I'll take the 3. You sweet cards. All right. So we have unconditional love, the Divine Mother, which is really awesome. It says, thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. We have loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. So perhaps you really do have Spirit's team or Spirit's love on the side of you, because you have ancestors, you have someone from the other side helping you with this. We also have unconditional love, and unconditional love with a pure intention is meaning more of probably where you're coming from, right? You're coming from a place of unconditional love and pure intentions in what you want to do, and how you want to create the success, how you want to make a name for yourself, and how you want to be able to do things. We also have, this is so amazing, Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Right? So you may be an Earth Angel. You might be deeply an empath, wanting to be able to create and make a name for yourself and be able to help other people along the way, because this is something that you care about. You have pure intentions. This is what you want to do, right? And sometimes it's just really hard to be patient, and you want to have things come in as quickly as possible, but then there's obstacles along the way. But that's part of the lessons that needs to be put in place, because if everything just kind of came just instantly for you, it's instant gratification, and that's not how we live. It become boring. Let's just choose another deck. This is the Psychic Tarot. It's an Oracle deck from John Holland. What other advice would you give for pile number 1? What other advice would you give for pile number 1? I'm gonna pick, okay, 3 again. So this wanted to come together. So the first card is awareness, right? So it looks like we have someone that just kind of reminds me of the Emperor, right? And then we have awareness, kind of crown chakra. So a lot of you may be very spiritual, have information that comes to you, maybe claircognizant. So some of this might be confirmation for you, and you just needed to hear this confirmation that, you know, something is coming in for you, that your abundance, your financial success is coming in. We also have fertility, which is really awesome. You do notice here that we have a halo here, we have a halo here, we have another halo here, and it comes from more of her heart chakra. The colors are really into, like, gives me sacral vibes. I said sacral vibes, but when you think about sacral, it does become part of your creativity, your sexual health, your creativity, your fertility, which is, that's what this is. And also the colors of yellow, so solar plexus, right? But we also have this, and we had unconditional love somewhere, right? We had unconditional love here, the Divine Mother. And here again, we have the halo. So you're definitely guided. You definitely clear cognizant, because we have, look, we have 3. You have the divine protection. You also have spirit on your team, and you have unconditional love, because this is where the heart chakra is. So when you come from a place of pure intention, and you come from a place of unconditional love, that is where your financial success is gonna come to, which I absolutely love it. It's amazing. I just love this. We have victory and success. Number 6. This is like 6 of Wands for tarot. It reminds me of that. And then again, another halo. I am sure all these cards do not have a halo in each one. Yep, you don't. It just so happens that we have the halo again, right? So this is one thing that I'm being told, right? When you embody this, right, and you take your claircognizance and embody that, right, it becomes part of your 3rd chakra, your throat chakra, and then it goes all the way to your heart chakra, comes into your unconditional love. Eventually it comes out of you, and then that's where you gain the victory and success, right? And it's just amazing, because that's where you'll end up sharing your success with other people. And that's probably where it's gonna come from. He's on top of the world. He's on top of the cliff. He's unafraid. And he's just blowing the trumpet. Like, I got this. You know, it's also giving gratitude too, is what I'm getting. Giving gratitude to your spiritual team, to your guides, because they're also helping you too, right? Anyway, that is it for you, pile number 1. Don't forget to like, share, and your support in this channel really helps me. Thank you for those that are returning from to my channel. And if you are new, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you another reading. So pile number 2, thank you for coming. My name is Rosie, and if you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you for coming back. And here is your pile number 2. You got the Teacher. All right. The numerology on this card is number 5, and number 5 is talking about changes. When number 5 comes up and I have the Teacher right here, it really reminds me of, you know, I'm hearing Wayfarer. It reminds me of someone who makes a change in people's lives. You know, perhaps you're a teacher in many different ways. You could be a mother, you could be a parent, you could be a father, you could be someone that people look up to as far as being able to teach them in a different way. And I'm getting for this pile, or this might be for someone in particular, not all of you, there's silence. And perhaps this is something that you just do in silence. It's not like you call yourself a teacher. This is just something that you kind of embody within yourself, and then it just happens. Probably wherever you go, or in situations that you find yourself in, is that you kind of find yourself teaching other people information or teaching other people certain things. Yeah. And perhaps you might not necessarily have like the credentials as a teacher. Not like, it's not like on paper like you have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree as a teacher. Or perhaps you do. But I'm getting silence. So that might be a confirmation for some of you, which is really interesting. Let's see. I'm getting empath, so perhaps you might resonate with pile number 1, because I did talk about in the empath. But there's a lot of empath. Oh, that fell down. I was hoping none of them fell down. Hold on. Okay, so picking up the cards, one card that fell down was waiting. So because this reading does have to do with your success, with money, with I'm getting being triumphant. I feel like this card just reminds me of waiting. I feel like you're kind of waiting on someone. You're waiting on someone to be successful. So perhaps in this case, it's like waiting for someone else instead of like moving forward on your own or creating financial success on your own. You're just kind of like waiting on someone. I'm getting like you're waiting on someone to step up. And I feel like this urgency, like it's a long time waiting, actually. Waiting for this person to kind of step up. I also get waiting a long time coming for someone to show the ropes or show you the ropes. So perhaps, and with the teacher, actually, with the teacher card, perhaps that also comes in a sense of you're waiting for someone to teach you the ropes of something so then you can get the financial success. So perhaps you're waiting on a mentor, or you're waiting on someone to teach you what you need to know so that you can move forward. And it's a long time coming. You've been waiting for a long time, and this person hasn't stepped up. Yeah, that's interesting. Or some people might actually be in school, but I really do feel like this is more of like a mentorship. Like you're waiting on someone to kind of teach you the ropes, the ins and the outs of something in whatever you're doing. Like I'm getting construction, building. It's almost like building something, because I'm getting like pyramid. So it's like building something. And then we have daring here, and it looks like a sword. And moon, this might very well be like a star or a bullseye. I'm getting like perfectionism with this. Sword is communication. Bullseye just kind of reminds me of like trying to be precise. The moon is just reminds me of waiting. Moon can also indicate like something that might be hidden too. So perhaps I feel like perhaps there's some like hidden thoughts that you have within this. Are you keeping this hidden? So either whatever you want to do or whatever you're keeping is under wraps. Or perhaps you think that the person that's supposed to be your mentor is keeping some things hidden from you. Yeah, or whatever you're trying to build is what I'm getting is just like you're just kind of like waiting. You're trying to build it and then you're going to bring it out and then you're going to show. It's you're not coming out with it like right away. It's not like you're doing like this journey thing like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm doing this first, second, third, fourth. It's more of like you are trying to build it and then you're going to come out with it. So it's like under wraps. I'm getting. That's interesting. I feel like I need a little bit more information because that's what it feels like this. Okay, so here's it feels like there's going to be a positive outcome to this. Perhaps maybe you're asking like a yes or no question, or the question that you have in mind is like, when is this really coming? Is my mentor really going to teach me? The answer is yes. You got a yes. Okay. Because I'm not getting any other information in regards to that. What else, Spirit, can you tell me? This wanted to come out. Play. I'm getting athletic. I'm getting like basketball. Ooh, competition. I'm getting competition. Playing ball, competition. So perhaps you think, oh, okay, so like once the ball's in your court, then you can go ahead and do what you need to do. So it's like, I guess the ball is in someone else's court. It's like playing ball, right? And so once you have the ball in your hands, then you play the game, because there's also competition within this. And so that's why this is under wraps, perhaps, as far as your success go. Because there's competition, you're just feeling like you need to keep this under wraps, and then once you're ready to come out with it, you're going to come out with it. The thing that came out was communication, which is very interesting because I'm going to go back to this card, which is daring. And daring means it has the swords, and the swords has to do with communication. So communication, we have swords. That's both communication. So perhaps part of the job that you need to do does have to do with communication. Perhaps speaking the truth, or just communication. There's a lot of communication that, but right now it's under wraps. So it's like this is something that you are going to be able to communicate about, perhaps. Some of you is this has to do with, I'm getting like YouTube. I'm getting doing communicating. You could also be a tarot reader too. Yeah. And so that's what you're kind of like going for, or doing, or communicating. I'm gonna go straight into the Angels Prayers by Kyle Gray. And what for pile number 2, what guidance do you have for pile number 2? All for the highest good, spiritual team for the highest good. What guidance do you have for pile number 2? And this just flipped. Okay, you know what? There's so many cards, and I'm just going to take them all. All right. Okay, signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. So, perhaps this is confirmation. Perhaps you're receiving confirmations like feathers, or you're dreaming, you're astral traveling. This is something that you're actually either dreaming about, or this is your dream about becoming successful, right? And then what's interesting is we also have spiritual support. So you do have the spiritual support. You have the support of this. So what you are waiting on communicating whatever you are planning, whatever you are doing it, and waiting on, your mentor, your teacher. It is definitely, you're having the support. It says, dear angels, allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. And it might have to do with a spiritual business. You're a tarot reader, or you're an aspiring tarot reader. We have leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. So then this is definitely something that you've been wanting to do. This is a leap of faith. This is something that is I don't know that word. They're trying to give me a word and I really don't know how to say it. I don't know. It's gonna come to me. Or not. I'm sorry. Unparadox or something like that. Whatever that means for you guys. Inner power, the divine father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So yeah, you're definitely manifesting something. We have the symbolism over here. We have like the crown chakra here. So you're definitely trying to create something, and you're trying to manifest something, and you're trying to co-create with the universe into, I keep hearing YouTube channel. So whoever's in this pile, you're creating something, and it's coming true. You are gonna have divine success, financial success. You're gonna have success within yourself. Yeah, and you're gonna have success in the outside, where I saw something shine. Yeah, and it's definitely not the sun. I saw something just on the corner of my eye. Anyway, that's confirmation for you. Perhaps you're even seeing something on the outside too, in your outer world, not just with your third eye, but you're seeing in the outer world too. I think that's about it for pile number 2. I don't think I need to pull any more cards. Maybe I'll just pull one more card from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. It's interesting how it says Tarot and Oracle deck. Oh, that wanted to come out. Yeah, so you definitely have the support. I'm just going to pull one. So it says suffering in silence, number 9. So it's like 9 of Wands, right? I think it's like 9 of Wands because she's carrying the wands. So suffering in silence, there is, being on top of the, there's a lot of steps. It's, you're, maybe this is a long road that you came. Maybe you're from pile number 1 too, because pile number 1 is loneliness, right? This is teacher, yeah. So, maybe there's a message for you there, but all in all, this is perhaps this is something that you couldn't tell anybody, or maybe not a lot of people believed in you, or maybe the path that you're taking is something that society is not normal. And it's about following your dreams, and even if you're suffering in silence, it is coming for you, and you do have the support of the universe. So keep going. That's the this is another confirmation. I feel like this is just confirmation for you, and you just needed to know. All right, so pile number 2, thank you for coming. If you like my readings, subscribe. It will definitely help me out in my channel and in my journey, and I am glad to be reading for you. And I'll see you in another pile. My pile number 3, you have the card and it says weak. And what I'm getting from this card is that I feel like you feel that you are weak. And it's more of weak-minded. Maybe some of you feel like you're also physically weak too, but I'm getting more of like weak-minded. Like you're too sensitive. I'm getting like you're too cocky too. So perhaps maybe some of you kind of, the feeling that I get from that is more of to compensate for that feeling of weakness, you get cocky. And that's very direct, I know. But that's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's to compensate the feeling of weakness. And I just want to put a little bit of emphasis in regards to trauma, and everybody has them. But I do want to mention that part of what the mask that we put on ourselves is because of that inner trauma that we have, right? And when we feel vulnerable or we feel weak, that is when we put certain masks on so that we can keep up a facade of seeming strong. And when we do that, and we're not our true authentic selves in how we perceive it, right? That feels good to you. So being authentic doesn't mean what I think is authentic, because what I think is authentic may be different from what you feel like is authentic. It's what feels good within yourself, right? That is not putting a mask on. It's being yourself, and not at the detrimental of others. It's through unconditional love without a mask, and what feels good within yourself. So that's something that perhaps you may need to take a look at. You might be a life path 7, because we have 16, 6 and 1 is 7. I'm a life path 7. I'm picking cards from this already. I'm doing something different. Huh. Interesting. All right. I have victory and success here. That's too much cards. Victory and success. And this is in regards to career, financial success. I feel like to be able to be successful, it's being more of yourself, and not in a sense of seeing being weak as something bad. It's more of being able to see it as a strength and being vulnerable. That will give you the success. And when we think about abundance, it's not just monetary or money or being successful, period. It's about success. Can be being successful in romance, in love, in connecting with other people. It could be monetary. It could be it's feeling good within yourself. That is success, because that can look different for me. It can look different for you. What came out first? Victory and success. Okay, we talked about that. All right, second, heart chakra. Oh, I just love this, because then here we go. We have memories of love too, and 6. So this must be 6 of Cups. Right? I'm hearing the word embellishing. So perhaps you're looking back in the past and you're kind of embellishing it, right? Putting gems and stuff, and you don't have to do that either. You can just make it as raw as possible and just leave it as it is. This is what the past was like, and appreciate it for all it is. You don't have to embellish it. I don't know. That's what I got. We have the heart chakra, right? So unconditional love. We talked about that. I talked about unconditional love in the other piles too. Forgot which one. We also have partnership and alliances, right? So collaboration, threes, right? I talked about collaboration in pile number 1, I think. So if you feel the need to, you can check out that pile. And then we have 3. So 3 of swords, seems like it, heartache and loss. So perhaps you went through some type of trauma in the past, or some type of trauma that you end up putting on a mask. Yeah, putting on a mask. And therefore, it oh, you got 2 3s. I just realized that. So 3 3 3 might be makes a big difference. We also have 4 here too, and we're missing 5. It's almost in order if you have to think about it, sort of. It didn't. What came first? I'm trying to remember. Memory. So maybe you're looking more, I think memory, this one came out first. Either way, if you are looking more back into the past and you're trying to embellish it, I'm also trying to recreate it as well. But it's not going to be the same, right? Because as we grow in our spirituality, it's very different. We also have partnerships and alliances. So when you think about this 3 3s, 3 4s, we're missing a step, right? Missing a step, number 5, which is change. Sorry. So, as I was saying, for the cards, we have 3s, we have 4. It's part of the heart chakra. We're missing the 5, and then we have the 6, right? So it's more about, what are you missing? What step are you missing? Right? So we have, probably heart chakra that has to do with unconditional love. What is missing within your life that is holding you back from gaining success, whether it's in your career or just success within yourself, interpersonal relationships, romantic love, career, I think I said already, finances. That's huge. So I don't even think I even mentioned you got the weak card. No, I did. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, right? So missing steps. That is interesting, because I had normally, in the other piles, I had normally pulled out more of the cards and I did it in order, perhaps. But this one, I actually skipped the step. So perhaps you have skipped a step and you're forgetting where you are. You're forgetting what steps you have taken, and that you need to go back, take a look at that, perhaps even learn a lesson, remove the mask, come from a heart space, and coming from the heart chakra, come and look into yourself emotionally with unconditional love, and then move forward, right? I feel like for you, and this feels like a real, I feel like your guys are coming through as, it might seem harsh, but then it's more direct. Like, this is what it is. This is it, almost maybe a methodical approach, right? This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, and number 5. These are the steps that you can take, but this is the guidance that they're trying to teach you, that you need to, the steps that you need to take. And it's okay to take a step back and take a look at the past, and see that some things are, you want to embellish the past, or maybe go back to the past. Maybe the past was a little bit better, but you need to move forward now, right? So it can be a little bit difficult in that sense. So let's just really quickly pull out a card from the guides. I think I haven't done that yet, so I'm just gonna, with Earth Angel. So I believe in pile number 2, we had that come out too. So for this, though, the message that is coming through is that perhaps there is going to be someone that is coming in within your life to kind of help show you the way. And this might be an earth angel. This might be a guide, not necessarily like a spiritual guide coming in. This could actually be an earth angel in live form, in human form, you know, in whatever form it is. This is going to come into your life and it's going to help you show the way, right? So it says, thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. So embrace this. Someone's going to come in, it feels like. And that is it for you, pile number 3. I appreciate you. If you are a returnee to my channel, I love you. Thank you. And if you're new, I love you too. And let's do the YouTube things, like, share, comment. I like to know what your thoughts are, how much this resonates with you, if it does. And this is a safe community, and I like to see, you know, if these readings resonate with you. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again for another reading. Bye.